Good luck. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fraser Field for Catholic Central League Baseball. Big one between two of the better teams in the state. Probably one, two teams in the Catholic Central League over the last very few years, a lot of years. St. Mary's taking on Austin Prep. Both teams 2-0. We're going to go 3-0 on the early season. Big puffy white clouds mixed in a few blue skies. A lot different. Still not supposed to be in the 60s. Still not a real warm day. Still a little bit cool, but nothing like it's been the last couple of days. We were here yesterday for classical, and it was bitterly cold. And it's been bitterly cold at the start of the season with St. Mary's playing a game last week and English playing a night game. So it hasn't been easy. And yesterday we had, as usual, things going on over at Manning Field. We had a track meet at Manning Field. I think we got another track meet today. And you look at over there yesterday, I said, I'm not jealous of those athletes over there running in T-shirts and shorts in cold, icy weather. It got so bad, one of the ADs, full intake, went to the coach and said, if they're done and they don't have to run anymore, send them home. Rather than just stand around and watch their teammates run, but they didn't do that. They stuck around. But it's been a tough start to the so-called spring weather. But we've been lucky. We haven't had any games canceled. Games were supposed to be played Wednesday. Prediction was heavy rain. They were lucky to move the games to Tuesday and play Tuesday instead of Wednesday because the fields were open. And that's the hard part. Rich Avery, who manages these two, Fraser and Manning Field, has got a job and a half because there's track and lacrosse over at Manning, and there's baseball here, and you got 5 high schools. And if anything gets rained out or postponed, awful difficult to try and squeeze the game in someplace because these two places are going almost 24/7. The sun has come out, which helps a little bit. Of course, baseball here, you also have the Navigators that will be coming here in not too distant future. January families get involved again, doing a great job with the Navigators. And you'll have maybe state tournament games being played here. Legion plays a couple of games here. Babe Ruth plays a couple of games here if they can squeeze it in. So this place gets used quite a bit by an awful lot of baseball teams, as does Manning Field, of course, with the football and flag football and soccer and lacrosse and track. John Nowicki on the mound. He goes from taking the equipment off behind the plate to going on the mound. Isaiah Weston is his battery mate. And I apologize up front to any of the Austin Prep fans or any people who know the Austin Prep people. We always get the tail end of, there's like 4 copies of the rosters that they print, that they write through. And the last copy usually comes out a little bit faded. And they're so busy getting ready for the game, I don't have time. He hands me it, and I just come upstairs because he doesn't have time to go run over it and straighten out the names with me. I wish if I had thought of it, maybe he would have. Coach Pollard is a really nice guy. So I apologize up front because there's a couple of names that are written that are very difficult to interpret. So I know I'm not going to get a couple of names right. And that's why I apologize up front. So we mentioned Austin Prep, their final go-around in the Catholic Central League. They're going to go into the ISA, which is the prep schools. And talking to Coach Pollard, he said it's so much better for the school. Like baseball can play year-round. They can fall ball and spring ball, and they can travel all over the country to play teams. And the hockey team, I said there's a celebration with all the girls' hockey programs that Austin Prep will no longer be in the Catholic Central League because Austin Prep has been unbeatable the last few years, and they have just about everybody coming back. So we're just about ready to go. Ernie Little, the second baseman, will lead it off for Austin Prep. The one good note, according to Coach Pollard, he thought it was understood that Austin Prep would still play St. Mary's on Thanksgiving Eve or Thanksgiving Day if they play at Austin Prep, which is good because Coach Driscoll was worried about whether he would have an opponent on Thanksgiving Day. High for a ball. That noise you hear is coming from the Austin Prep dugout. They may be drowning me out. High again, 2-0. In for a strike. Nowicki is part of a three-headed sword for St. Mary's. They've got starting pitching Nowicki, they got Eric Bridges, the young sophomore, and of course their ace, Avon Cabral. Wide for a ball. Goes after the pitch and fouls it back. That might have been a little bit high. The count goes full, so a big pitch coming up right off the bat. High for ball 4. So Little becomes a base runner. And this is one of the names I hope might be close to getting right. Jake Zambly. Pitching up and away for a ball. Started to pull the trigger, held up the pitches high for a ball. Missing again for ball 3. Nowicki trying to find his groove. They'll be taking all the way here. In for a strike. Zambly started towards first base, and the umpire called him back. He can still be very fussy here with the count 3-1. And he started again. Once again, the umpire says, come back here. So the count goes 3-2. Another big pitch coming up. The runner takes off. Strike three called. Nowicki comes back and gets him. So one away. First baseman Will Burns will be the hitter. High and tight for a ball. Nowicki may be overthrowing just a little bit. This is a very big game in the Catholic Conference, very early. Only the third game of the season for both teams. Down and in. Nice stop by Weston, the catcher. In for a strike. Nowicki's got to get back in the groove. You're not making a living pitching from behind all the time. Swing and a miss. Burns got his money's worth on that swing and swung right through it. Nice stop again by Weston. This is inside. So 2 on with 1 out for the catcher, Matt Chartelli. That's one of those names. I hope I'm coming close. Derek Dana coming out of the dugout. Brings a little conference out in the mound. Coach Pollard gets to talk to his hitter. This is like 360 degrees different from yesterday. People were bundled up, blankets, 3 or 4 layers of clothing. Little crowd here for this one. A few more people coming in. Off the catcher, bounces to the backstop. They take a wide turn at third, but they'll hold up. So the wild pitch, which runs at second and third, with 1 out. They check with the base umpire, check and see if he swung. He started to pull the trigger and just held up. St. Mary says they're infield in. Hit foul out of play. Hit way up in the air, short right field. See it coming on, making the play. Cam McGonigal, the right fielder, not hit deep enough. So Samirs gets a break with that. McGonigal made the catch coming. He actually walked in and handed the ball to the pitcher. He was coming full blast, caught it in very short right field. So the runners had no chance to go anywhere. So there's two away for Dennis Fable. DHing for the pitcher. Up and away for a ball. Low for a ball. Nowicki has been behind just about every hitter. In for a strike. If he's on a pitch count, he might have used it up here in the first inning. Hit in the air, it's going to go out of play. Up in the seats. So we got deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Here in the top of the first inning, Nowicki trying to get out of a jam that he virtually made for himself with 2 walks and a wild pitch. Nice stop by Weston, the catcher. Keeps it close. Runner can't go. Weston's getting a bit of a workout here in the first inning behind the plate. This is his first time. Nowicki is usually behind the plate. So a big pitch here, 3-2. The payoff. Up and coming. Misses for ball 4. Nick, I think it's Saunders. Try to read the writing. I think it's Nick Saunders. Down and in for a ball. Another nice stop by Weston. Bases jammed. Austin Prep, 2 outs. 3 walks. Have loaded them up. Held up, started, high and tight for a ball. He's been missing close, but he's been missing. In for a strike. Hit in the air to center field, going back, making the play. Ted Giardina. So they held their breath with that. Giardina goes back and makes the play. And I think I said Cam McGonigal made that play in right field. I was looking at his number 9 as the position. It was actually Ryan Frere who made that play out in right field for that second out. So Coach Derek Dana and his aide for many years, Timmy Fowler, got a few more gray hairs in the top of that first inning as they loaded the bases on 3 walks, but they get a strikeout and a couple of fly balls. For St. Mary's, it'll be Avon Cabral, the shortstop, leading off. Zach Fisher will play second and bat second. Third baseman Tommy Falaska bats third. In the cleanup spot is Tad Giardina, the center fielder, batting fifth and playing first base. Cam McGonigal. John Nowicki, the pitcher, will hit number 6. Jason Donahue will patrol left field and hit number 7. Batting 8th is the DH, Eric Bridges, hitting for the catcher, Isaiah Weston. And bringing up the tail end of the batting order, playing right field, is Ryan Frere. So St. Mary's breathes a little easier. And again, Evan, I'm going to say Bluve or Bluvo is on the mound for Austin Prep. Another one of those. I apologize again because the tail end of the lineup cards they made out didn't quite all the way go through, or at least not clearly enough. Avon Cabral will lead it off. Shortstop, he's their ace pitcher. He got the win against Bishop Fenwick the last game. Lefty Bluvo can bring it. In for a strike. Waves at that pitch, was down on the turf. And I hope I'm right with Bluvo. I apologize again up front if I'm not. I know his first name is Evan. Cabral fouls it off. He was recruited heavily by a lot of big-time college coaches, and he selected Virginia. So he's already going to have his college paid for. That broke on the inside corner. He gets Cabral looking. I think even if Cabral hit that, he wasn't going to do anything with it. Zach Fisher, the second baseman, will be the hitter. He should foul off the catcher. We're back with you for spring baseball, softball here on Channel 15, LETV. Up and away for a ball. And it's nice to see, especially the young people, get their education back in gear, get back to a normal lifestyle, if they can remember how that was. And we were very lucky to get a full basketball, hockey. We'll be with you with baseball and softball. Hope everything works out well. Yet again. Hit foul to the backstop. And horrible time with COVID didn't help the students at all because I don't think anybody learned an awful lot on the internet. I don't think all the kids were bearing down and doing what they were supposed to be doing on the internet. And we got too many parents who work one or two jobs, or both parents working. They couldn't check on their kids. Some of them, parents that are not English speaking or don't speak it that well would have a hard time knowing what's going on. They work hard for their kids. They push them. They want what's best for their kids. But some of them didn't have the education that their kids are getting. Curveball drops in for a strike. So we hope everything goes well. That shutdown cost a lot of, especially athletes, good students in school, honor roll, or better, could have got financial aid or scholarships to college. Up and away for a ball. So now hopefully everything is back to normal, back to state tournaments, full seasons, schools open, the teachers. Superintendent Tutwiler did a tremendous job. That one hit him. So Falaska gets hit. He'll go to first base. Tad Giardina, the center fielder. Tad Giardina his father was a pitcher for Babe Ruth, won the national championship. A few years ago, I coached him in CYO basketball, his father. Always makes me feel old when I get two games where people have coached years ago, and now I'm doing their kids' games on TV. Tad had a good hockey season for Coach Mark Lee at St. Mary's. Not a very big lead at first base. Hit in the air, foul down the right field line. First baseman going over, gives way to the second baseman. I think he looked up and saw the fence. And discretion was a better part of valor. He didn't want to run into the fence. He had it and dropped it over the fence. So Giardina gets a life. Way up and in for a ball. It's the kind of pitch you see your life pass before you when you're up at bat and you have to duck away from it. And it goes right by your chin. Popped up. First baseman Will Burns is getting a workout this inning. He's been chasing foul balls all over the place. He'll be happy to get an out and go in and sit down for a while. Off the catcher's glove, will move the runner up. Way up and away with that pitch. So St. Mary's has a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. On the inside corner. Boy, he buried that inside corner on the right-hand hitters. He gets 3 strikeouts in the inning. So St. Mary's gets a runner as far as second on the hit batsman on the wild pitch, but they're left there. We played an inning here at Fraser Field. We're back where we started. St. Mary's nothing, Austin Prep nothing at the end of 1. Brendan Walsh, the right fielder, will be the hitter. High for a ball. Nowicki starting his second inning. He was, to say the least, all over the place in the first inning. He walked 3, but got out of the jam. In for a strike. 1-1. You got a walk and out, a walk and out, a walk and an out. Chop foul towards third base. I think this is the first time he's been ahead of a hitter. 1-2. Up and away for a ball. High for a ball. The count goes full. So he had him 1-2. Now he's going to come in with a pitch. Hear that sun coming out. All those big puffy white clouds, except right over the park, the clouds are black. Hit foul to the screen, and we'll do it again at 3-2. So the track meet is over at, meaning, I don't know if it was a track meet or practice. We're now going to get lacrosse taking over. Swing and a miss, he gets him. Second strikeout for Nowicki. And David Vadia Zeman, again, this is one of those names that he's the left fielder. In for a strike. Popped up. Right behind first base, just stayed inside the line. McGonagall makes the play. 2 up, 2 down for Josh Keith, the shortstop. Hit foul, out of play. That breaks down and away. Nice stop by Weston. Swing and a miss. Weston behind the plate's only a sophomore. Shoots it foul down the right side. That one bounced, goes to the backstop. It fouls to the screen. They play him way over to the right side. Giardina's over to right center field. Ryan Freer's over near the right field foul line. They're playing him to go the opposite way, obviously. He's got a lot of room in center and left center. Hit foul again. Keith is hanging around, making the Wiki throw some pitches. Chased the pitch. That might have been ball 4. So Nowicki gets back in form. Faces only 3 in the inning. 2 strikeouts. We'll move into the bottom half of the second inning, and St. Mary's again will have a chance to get on top. Cam McGonigal, John Nowicki, Jason Donahue. 5, 6, and 7 for the Spartans.
Red Sox, top of 10, bottom 10.
Against Evan Pluvo, who was impressive, striking out the side. All 3 called, all pitches right on the inside corner, jamming him. He did hit a batter, and the batter got to second on a wild pitch, but left there. And he can bring it. So lacrosse going on over at Manning Field. We mentioned both these places. Solid use.
Off the St. Mary's in the bottom of the second inning. The first baseman, number 9, Cam McGonigal.
Cam McGonigal, the first baseman, leads it off for the Spartans. Plans fell through. They were supposed to turf the outfield, get it done during the football season, make a few other improvements here. And they're supposed to be going to work later on at Manning because that turf is starting to wear out. Supposed to do it every 10 years. It's been a little longer than that. Line shot foul. He got way out in front of that pitch. Hit it well, but got way out in front of it and pulled it well foul. Took something off the curveball. That broke dead center. What a pitch. All McGonigal will do is look. Four outs, 4 called, 3rd strikes. John Nowicki, the pitcher, will be the hitter. That was a perfect curveball. And Nowicki tried to hold up and couldn't. Swung through it for strike 1. Up and away for a ball. He doesn't take much time. Right down Main Street for strike two. Now you got to look, is it going to be fastball? Is it going to be up and away? Is it going to be a curveball down and in? He went down and in. Swing and a miss. That's the first swinging strike. 3. 2 up, 2 down for Jason Donahue, the left fielder. Good fastball for a strike. Thought about it, didn't have a chance to swing the batter, was by him for strike 2. Now you got to guess what's coming. Lines it, almost killed one of the fans. They were just able to sneak out of the way of that line shot. Swing and a miss. He strikes out the side for the second time. So still nothing to go here in this Catholic Central League battle. We've played 2. St. Mary's nothing. Austin Prep nothing. Top of the order for Austin Prep, Ernie Little, who walked starting off the ball game. And they're saying it hit him. It was inside. I was out to say ball 1, but they said it hit him. I mean, the catcher caught it. It didn't get much of his uniform, but it's a hit batsman, and Austin Prep is a base runner. Second time in 3 innings they got the leadoff hitter on. Both times it was Little with a walk, and now a hit batsman. Jake, and again, I hope I'm right, Zambly, the third baseman, was called out on strikes. That was that. A walking out, a walking out, a walking and out, every other. Bouncing back and forth. In for a strike. So that's a huge break for Austin Prep. The hitter didn't move. If it got a piece, it barely got a piece of his uniform. It certainly didn't hurt. They picked him off. Good job. Nice tag by McGonigal at first. Good job by Nowicki. Outstanding play. And McGonigal picked that throw and made the tag all in one motion. That one bounces to the backstop. So the hit batsman doesn't hurt. High for a ball. Nowicki, starting his 3rd inning of work, has thrown some pitches. Hit foul. I don't know what they're doing this year. Last year they had someone counting the pitches, and you were limited to the number of pitches you could throw. I don't know if they're still doing that this year. So I imagine each dugout is counting and they check at the end of each inning how many pitches are thrown. He ducked under that pitch that didn't break. I forget the exact number of pitches, but there was a pitch count. Ball 4, so that pickoff is huge. So instead of first and second, nobody out. It's a runner at first with 1 out. Will Burns, the first baseman, after having that workout chasing foul balls, he's up now. He drew a walk. In for a strike. In for a strike. Good pitch on the inside corner. Quick throw over. Diving back was Zambly. And now he's go out and exercise that right foot a little bit when he jammed it going back to the bag. Swing and a miss, he gets him. Chase, that pitch was up and in. Two-way for Matt Chartel, or Chartelli, the catcher. He flied to right field with the bases loaded, but it was a short fly, and Brian Freer came in and running toward home plate, caught it in short right field, and was able to hold the runner at third. It paid off because after a walk load the bases, a fly to center field got St. Mary's out of the inning, leaving the bases loaded. The runner takes off, the ball's hit foul to the screen. He got a good jump at first base. He might have had the bag stolen. And Ricky with a long pause. Hit foul out of play. Trying to hold that runner at first base. Reaches for that one and fouls it back. He's got to protect the plate with 2 strikes. The runner takes off. The ball's hit in the air to right center field. Long run. Not going to get there. Great effort by Freer. All out dive, couldn't get there. A big 2-out triple. And Austin Prep gets on the board with a 2-out triple. And the walk finally hurt. Zambly able to score easily. He was off and running with the pitch. Dennis Fable was hitting for the pitcher.
Hitter number 20, Thomas Fable.
Fable's hitting for the pitcher. He walked his first trip. So that was a shot and a half to right center field. Hit in the air. Long run from McGonigal. He runs out of real estate as it's down that grassy knoll behind first base. Giardina on the run. Ryan Freer, an all-out dive, just couldn't get there. Wasn't from lack of effort. So that hit batsman was huge. Hit the shot. Cabral with that rifle shot. So they get the third out, but the shutout for both teams is finally broken as Austin Prep gets on the board. The 2-out triple by Chatelli. And they were lucky to pick the hit batsman off at first. Otherwise, it would be 2-0. But then the big walk. That's the first hit of the game by either team. And it comes up big, a big 2-out triple. And now Bluvo has got a 1-run cushion to work with, and he struck out the side the first 2 innings. It'll be 8-9-1 for Austin Prep. Starting the bottom of the third inning. Eric Bridges, Ryan Freer, Avon Cabral. I don't know if are they going to make a pitching change? The catcher hasn't come out, so the catcher was at third base, the base runner, so they waited for the catcher to get the equipment on to come out. I guess they have nobody else that can warm the pitcher up, or the pitcher only likes to warm up with his catcher. The crowd has grown. We've got a good-sized crowd here. Austin Prep has brought some people. A lot of St. Mary's fans, students, parents, family.
Leading off for St. Mary's in the bottom of the third, the designated hitter number 33, Eric Bridges.
Eric Bridges, the youngster. Only a sophomore, had a great year last year, helped them win the state championship last year on the mound. He got the first win of the season. Want to know on the mound? He's DHing for the catcher, Isaiah Weston. Down and away for a ball. Bluvo starting his third inning of work. On the inside corner for a strike. Swings and misses, 1-2. Call third strike. The beat goes on. Seven strikeouts in a row, 5 of them called. Ryan Freer, the right fielder, will be the hitter. Ryan finishing up an outstanding career at St. Mary's. Three-sport athlete and a very good three-sport athlete. Swings, chases that high pitch. Very good soccer player. Part of the state championship basketball team. Big part of the state championship baseball team last year. Playing outfield, first base, a few other positions. Curveball at the letters. And so soccer, basketball, baseball. He got his ring in baseball. He's about to get a ring in basketball. He'll certainly remember his career at St. Mary's, especially his senior year, his junior year in baseball, senior year in basketball. Need I say another strikeout? Evan Cabral, the leadoff hitter, was called out on strikes.
Now that is shortstop number 15, Avon Cabral.
St. Mary's looking to put the ball in play. They haven't put the ball in play yet. They did have a base runner with a hit batsman. Wild pitch moving up to second. But that's been it as that pitch catches the outside corner. Took something off the curveball and dropped it in for strike two. Now again, by doing that, you get hitters to guess. Is he going to waste the pitch? Is he going to go down and in? Is he going to off-speed curve? Chase the pitch down and in for strike three, and they'll throw him out. That's the first putout, not by the catcher. Putout goes to the first baseman. Catcher gets an assist. But 9 up, 9 strikeouts through 3 innings. We played 3 full here at Fraser Field, and this big one in the Catholic Conference League, Catholic Central League. Austin Prep leading St. Mary's 1-0. Nick Saunders, the center fielder, will lead it off. Chases a high pitch for strike one. He flied out. He hit it well. He hit it deep to center field. Giordina tracked it down for the third out with the bases loaded in the first inning. He hit it well. Dropped on the inside corner. Took something off. Hit him in the helmet. Second hit batsman. The last one led off the third. This one leads off the fourth.
Now that is right field number 5, Brady Walsh.
So for 3 out of 4 innings, Austin Prep has the leadoff hitter on base. Certainly looked like Saunders was ready to run. Wiki stepped off. Saunders hustled back to first. He's getting a decent lead. He bunts it to third. Nice play by Falaska. That pitch was up and in, but Brendan Walsh got it down.
Number 4, David Vanderzeman.
David Vanderzeman. And again, I know I'm not even coming close to that. Vader Zeman? The left fielder popped to first base. His one trip. The rookie was said he started a throw. Took a long time. The hitter said, "That's enough, I'm stepping out." In for a strike. Hit foul to the screen. Way wide for a ball. Saunders, the runner at second base, he got hit by a pitch, got sacrificed over there. So 1 out, 1 on. Hit by the third base bag in the left field. That'll be a run. Around first, into second. Second hit of the game is another extra base hit. The first one was a triple. This one's a double. A seeing eye right by the third base bag. Velasquez dove, couldn't get to it. So again, they hit batsman. The walk hurt before, and now the hit batsman hurts. Josh Keith, the shortstop, struck out swinging his one trip. So Austin Prep's got 2 base hits, a triple and a double. They've knocked in both runs after a walk and a hit batsman. So fundamental baseball, a hit batsman, a bunt, and a hit. Gets an RBI. Lined in the right center field for a base hit. That's going to be extra bases. Back-to-back doubles. 8th and 9th hitters coming up with back-to-back doubles. And that is going to bring a trip out to the mound for Derek Dana. Not that Blueville needed any more help the way he's pitching, but solid shots. A line shot by the third base bag and a line shot into right center field. And Austin Prep has pushed the lead to 3-0. And it'll be the top of the order, Ernie Little, who's been on base twice. He walked, got hit by a pitch. And after he got hit by the pitch, he got picked off, and that was big because they wound up scoring a run. And I believe we're going to get a new pitcher. I think it's going to be Tommy Velasquez, the third baseman. And the rookie will go to third. Derek Dana had a long discussion with the umpire. Velasquez hadn't started to warm up. I'm not sure what the discussion was. They're just changing. They're just changing positions. The pitcher going to third, the third baseman going to the mound. But there was a little bit of a discussion, and while they were talking, Velasquez was not warming up. So I don't know what that was all about. But it'll be Velasquez coming on in relief. As Austin Prep has opened up here in the 4th inning. They had 1 hit coming into the inning. It was a triple. Now they got 2 hits. And back-to-back doubles. So all three of the hits have been extra base hits. And they've been timely. The triple came after a walk. The first double came after a hit batsman and a bunt, a sacrifice. Ernie Little will be the first hitter that Tommy Falaska faces. 1 out, a runner at second, 2 runners in
Second baseman number 2, Ernie Little.
for Austin Prep. Pushes a bunt down the third base line. That wasn't a sacrifice. He was looking for a base hit, but it rolls foul. At the last second, just dropped the bat down, looking for a bunt single. That crowd keeps coming in. We got a good crowd here. They should have charged. Could have made a few dollars. Velasquez steps off, trying to keep the runner close. As you would think, it's the Austin Prep fans in their bench making all the noise. St. Mary's fans are very quiet, trailing 3-0. Velasquez taking a long time on the corner for a strike. Velasquez was getting ready to throw. The runner at second was ready to steal third. The batter stepped out. Again, those clouds, the big black clouds, the only 2 black clouds over the park. They send the runner home. Now they hold him up. He took the turn. Ryan Fair got to it quickly. As Little gets the third hit in the inning, he just dumped a little bloop inside the foul line, inside the right field foul line. So it's first and third with 1 out for Jake Zambly, who struck out, walked, and scored. He scored the first run. His walk came just ahead of Chatelli's triple, a big 2-out triple. So that's the first hit for Austin Prep that's not extra bases. St. Mary stays back at double play depth at short and second.
Third baseman Jake Johnson.
High and tight for a ball. High again for a ball. Misses for ball 3. Diving back at first is Little. I kind of thought he'd be stealing second base with first and third. He's not getting a real big lead. In for a strike. Obviously taking all the way with the count 3-0. Off the catcher's glove. And the pass ball is going to score the run. Hambly walks for the second time. These runs are all charged in the wiki. Takes the pitch for a strike as he squared the bunt. Will Burns has walked, struck out swinging.
Now batting at first base in the 12, Will Burns.
Way up and in, he swung right through it. So a hit batsman, a sacrifice, a double, a single, and a walk. Just got a piece and fouled it back. And that sun comes out bright again. It's kept it decently warm. It's not as warm as we'd like it. Good pitch on the outside corner. Two-way for the catcher, Matt Chartelli, who got Austin Prep on the board with a 2-out triple.
Now batting at catcher number 22, Matt Chatelli.
He flied to right his first trip. He hit a shot into right center field. Goes after the pitch, hits it foul, and it goes out of play. Up in the seats. High and tight for a ball. Good curveball for a strike. Alaska taking a lot of time. Lined in the right center field again in the gap. By everybody all the way to the fence. He's going to have his second triple. And I think they're saying his second triple and his second 2-out triple. It gets him 2 RBI. A big 5-run inning, and they still have a runner at third. Check swing foul to the backstop. 5 hits for Austin Prep. 4 of them are extra bases. And we got a pinch runner at third for the catcher, Chatelli. Hit in the air. Velasco on the run. Takes it away from the catcher, Weston. So Austin Prep sends 9 to the plate. 5 of them score. 4 hits, 3 of them extra bases. Chatelli getting his second triple. And all of a sudden, we had a pitcher's battle through the first 2. Austin Prep has jumped out to a 5-0 lead halfway through the ball game, as they have a big 4-run inning. 4 hits in the inning, 3 of them extra bases. And St. Mary's has got a huge hole to dig themselves out of. It'll be 2, 3, and 4. Zach Fisher, Tommy Falasca, Tad Giardina. And again, they're waiting for the catcher to come out of the dugout. I'm sorry, they had a 5-run inning. So they got 5 in the 9 hitters, 5 of them scored. And again, the pitcher waited for the catcher to get his equipment on and come out to warm up. I guess he only warms up with his own catcher. Zach Fisher was I'll repeat myself. He was a strikeout victim, as has everybody has been. St. Mary's has not put the ball in play yet. Tommy Falasca got hit by a pitch, went to second on a wild pitch, and that's it for the Spartans through the first 3 innings. 9 strikeouts.
Leading off for St. Mary's at the bottom of the 4th, the second baseman, number 2, Zach Fisher.
Fisher, the second baseman. His strikeout was a call third strike. Line to center field, coming on. Can't make the play. It bounces in front of the center fielder. Fisher not only gets the first hit, he puts the ball in play for the first time. Jumped on the first pitch and lined it in the center field. Tommy Falasca got hit by a pitch before, got off the catcher, the pass ball will move the runner into scoring position. Before Fisher's hit, Falasca was the only base runner with that hit batsman. He reached second with 2 outs. Fisher reaches second with nobody out. Down and in for a ball. On the corner for a strike where he gets a lot of mustard on that pitch. This is low for a ball. In for a strike. He gets it there in a hurry. He almost handcuffs the hitters. Chased that pitch and swung right through it. Tad Giardina, the center fielder, was called out on strikes. Giardina hasn't stepped in the box yet, and Rubo was all set to throw the pitch. He works very quickly. Swing and a miss. In for strike two. It's almost like a blur coming up to the plate. The 0-2 pitch up and coming. Good waste pitch, looking to get Giardina to chase the pitch high and away. Curveball, good pitch. He took something off. It just hung a little high. He gets that pitch over, he'll really be tough. Not that he's not tough already. Chopped in the air. Foul ball. It hit Giardino on the foot, I guess, because it looked like almost looked like a pop-up. It went 20 feet in the air or more, straight up. Down and in, that didn't miss by much. That's a tough pitch to take with two strikes. Solid shot to left field. Extra bases for Giardina. He's in with a double. St. Mary's is on the board. He got all of that one. Cam McGonigal was a call third strike. His one trip. So St. Mary's come out swinging. They put the bat on the ball. Hit in the air behind third base. Going back a couple of steps on the outfield grass. Nice job by the third baseman, Zambly. Lambu had to go back.
Now batting number 24, John Nowicki.
Tracked it down. John Nowicki was the pitcher. He's now the third baseman. In for a strike. That pop-up is the first out that's not a strikeout. Way wide for a ball. Down and in for a ball. Walked around the mound. I think he wanted that pitch. He wasn't happy that was a ball. Swing and a miss. Boy, he brings. He's got a variety of pitches, speeds. He's got a lot going for him. He could have a great career, and one of the big things going for him is he's left-handed. He's already on his way to Virginia for a college education. Strike three called. So he gets back in the strikeout mood. He's got 11. We played 4 full innings. St. Mary's gets on the board, but that big fourth inning by Austin Prep is the difference. Austin Prep 6, St. Mary's 1 at the end of 4. Nick Saunders, he led off the big 5-run inning, getting hit by a pitch and scored the first run as Austin Prep batted around and put 5 on the board. Swing and a miss, he jammed him, he swung right through it. Tommy Velasco will start his first inning. He come in relief in the 4th. That one bounces to the backstop. High for a ball. Hit right to the second baseman. Fisher took like a step and a half to his right, picked the pop up. One up, one down in the 5th. Brennan Walsh struck out swinging, laid down a nice bunt that moved Saunders off after he had got hit by the pitch. He wound up scoring. That was the first of 5 they got in that big 4th inning. Hit in the air to right field. Backing up, over, in foul territory. Nice job by Ryan Freer It kept carrying away from him. He was out in right field, and he wound up well foul into the bullpen area, making the play. 2 up, 2 down. The left fielder, David Viter-Zimmerman, and I know I'm not getting that right, popped to first, doubled in a run, and scored a run in that 5-run inning. Fouls the first pitch out of play. He got one of 3 extra base hits, 2 doubles and a triple in that 4th inning. Go along with a walk and a hit batsman and a single. Down and away for a ball. Fishing for a ball. I think John Nowicki has gone behind the plate. He's normally the catcher. He was a pitcher, moved to third base, and when he come back out for a new inning, he's back behind the plate. So I don't know who it is at third base. Might be Justin Jennings at third base. Waves at that pitch. He chased it. Well, Velasquez has a nice inning. 1, 2, 3. We finished 4.5 here at Frazier Field. That big 5-run inning for Austin Prep has given them a 6-1 lead. St. Mary's answer with 1 run, finally putting the ball in play in the 4th inning. But it's 6-1. Austin Prep only has 5 hits, but 4 of them are extra base hits, and he followed a walk or a hit batsman. They got 4 of their 5 hits in the 4th inning. It'll be the bottom 3 in the order for St. Mary's, 7, 8, and 9. Jason Donahue, Eric Bridges, Ryan Freya. I said it might be Jennings. It could also be Eric Bridges playing third base. Bridges was the DH hitting for the catcher. So it could be Bridges playing third base, because I couldn't tell what it was, 23 or 33. Jason Donahue was a strikeout victim, as everybody was for the first 3 innings. Dropped in, but low for a ball. Missing down and in. Right back to the pitcher, and he played it with the bare hand. I don't know if too many coaches want him to do that. Donahue ripped it up the middle, and he just flashed the bare hand out and made the play. So Donahue gets it in play, but the pitcher makes the barehanded stop. Blue ball, you don't want to do anything that's going to hurt that left hand. Bridges waves at the pitch. I don't know if he's not the DH hitting for the catcher now, so he must have gone to play third base. Weston was the starting catcher. Nowicki's back behind the plate. That's Nowicki's normal spot when he's not on the mound. In for a strike. Broke in on the hands, he swung right through it. The fourth inning was the first inning that Blue Ball didn't strike out the side. He got 2 strikeouts in the inning. There was a pop-up to third base. Freya chased that pitch and missed it. On the corner for a strike. Two more strikeouts in the inning.
After 5 here at Frazier Field, it was Austin Prep 6. St. Mary's 1.
13 strikeouts in 5 innings. And we've ended 5, and it's a 6-1 lead, Austin Prep over St. Mary's. Joth Keith, leading off the 6th inning, has struck out, doubled in a run, and scored a run. 8th and 9th hitters have done pretty well for Austin Prep. They've got 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, and scored 2 runs. So they're 4th, 6th, 2/3 of the offense. The rest of it goes to Matt Chartelli, who's got 2 triples, knocking in 3. Yeah, he forgot to let go of that one. Josh Doney is the new pitcher. I got to see him before when he pitched Babe Ruth. I got to do a couple of his games, him and his brother. They played in the actually, it was Little League, I think, because it was in a Little League tournament over in Salem. Hit the center field, Giardina makes the play. So with Little League, it wasn't Babe Ruth. Ernie Little has been on base 3 times. He's walked, got hit by a pitch, got a base hit. He's hit the trifecta. He scored after he got the single. He scored one of the runs in the 4th inning. They hit Bassman. He got picked off right after he got hit. And it was a hit that just kind of touched his shirt. He didn't go down. He didn't get hurt. He didn't flinch. But he just dropped the bat and walked to first base. And St. Mary's was wondering if he did get hit, but it didn't make a difference because he got picked off. Hit to third. Nice job by Falaska. Good strong throw. Falaska, the pitcher, went back to third base. Sounds like gunshots here at Fraser Field. Off-speed curveball drops in for a strike. Jake Zambly has struck out, walked and scored, walked and scored. On the corner for a strike. Two good pitches by Doney. That didn't miss by much. He took a long look at that one. Started to pull the trigger and just held up. It was low and outside. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hit foul to the backstop. McGonagall's going to run out of room as it's down in that grassy knoll behind first base. Hit foul again. Count stays 2-2. Just that one slipped. That was out of the picture as soon as it left his hand. And the count goes full. Down and in for a ball. So third walk was Ambly. Third straight walk. He struck out the first time he's walked his last 3 times. Will Burns walked. Last 2 times he struck out. 1 swinging, 1 called. Hit in the air to left field. Donahue coming on. He makes the catch. It looked like it was going to be an easy fly ball. He was waiting, and all of a sudden he had a hustle, and he just picked it off the grass. So Donahue does a nice job. He gives up the walk. But he gets the 3 outs. We'll move into the bottom half of the 6th. It'll be 1, 2, 3 for St. Mary's in the bottom of the 6th. I thought with maybe a 6-1 lead, they might save Lou Bowen. Maybe bring him back a little bit earlier if they need him next game or the game after, but he's out there starting the 6th inning. Avon Cabral has been called out on strikes and struck out swinging. Avon, I believe, is going to Northeastern.
Leading off the
He
St.
was
Mary's, the bottom of the sixth, the shortstop number 15, Avon Cabral.
well looked at, scouted by a lot of college coaches, scouts. Terrific young man. Does an excellent job at shortstop as well. And he's one of their better hitters. Crowd has stayed around. In for a strike. Waved at the pitch for strike two. Baseball fans might want to be at the next Austin Prep St. Mary's game because it could be Bluvo on the mound for Austin Prep. It could be Cabral on the mound for St. Mary's. That would be a good one. Chattel had a problem with shin guard, so that was a little bit of delay. High and away for a ball. Strike three, and they're going to have to throw him out at first base. Second time they had to throw him out.
Now batting number 2, the second baseman, Zach Fisher.
14th strikeout for Bluvo. And again, I know I'm not getting that correct. Pitch hung high for a ball. Fisher was the first one to put it in play. He had struck out 9 in 3 innings. First pitch he saw, he lined in the center field for a base hit, and he scored the 1 run. Waves at that pitch. He went to second on a pass ball and scored on Giardina's line shot double to left field. He chased the pitch that was in on the hands and bounced, but he swung through it anyway. And it's 1-2. Hit foul out of play. Curveball on the inside corner. Fisher didn't think so. He struck out the side in the first 3 innings. He's got the first 2 here in the 6th.
Number 19, Matt Lewis.
Matt Lewis will hit for Falaska. In for a strike. Lewis quickly looked at the umpire to see what the pitch was. It looked like a strike, but it was down and in. Didn't miss by much. That one hangs up and out. 2-1. Waves at that pitch. And we get deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Down and in for a ball. We haven't had many 3-2 pitches coming from the Austin Prep side. The payoff pitch. He strikes out the side for the 4th time.
At the end of 6 full.
St. Mary's down to their last 3 outs. We finished 6. That big 5-run 4th inning, the difference. It's Austin Prep 6, St. Mary's 1 going into the 7th inning.
Leading off for Austin Prep, the catcher, number 22, Matt Chatelli.
Matt Chatelli, the catcher. All he's done so far is flatter right, but the last 2 times, triple twice, knocking in 3 runs. It bounces it off his foot. So 2 triples in 3 trips, 3 RBI. He had 1 of the 4 hits, 4th inning. He knocked in 2 of the 5 runs. When they got 4 hits and 3 of them were extra bases. Austin Prep has got an army warming up down in the bullpen. St. Mary's made a lot of wholesale changes defensively. Hit in the air to right center field. Long run. Off the glove. He's going to have another triple. He's got his 3rd triple. And all of them have gone to right center field. Not bad for your cleanup hitter. And they'll run for him again. No RBI on that triple because he's leading off the inning. Jack Sweeney is going to pinch hit. So Sweeney will hit.
Pinch hitting number 11, Dom Gabbard.
In for a strike. I should have mentioned Josh Doney starting his 2nd inning of work.
Batting number 9, Nick Saunders.
Nick Saunders, the center fielder, flied to center field. Got hit by a pitch and scored, popped to second. So he's 0 for 2, but he scored a run. Hit in the air to left field. Coming on to make the play. And the runner's going to score. So Chatelli's triple helps. He doesn't get the RBI, but he helps Austin Prep get another run. In for a strike. Brendan Walsh has struck out, sacrificed, and flied to right. Solid shot by the third base bag into left field. Takes the turn. Throw coming in. He's there with a double. Hit to right field for a base hit. That'll score a run. They threw the ball home, allows the runner to go to second base. Before that base hit, 6 of their 7 base hits for Austin Prep were extra bases. 3 triples by Chatelli. Back-to-back doubles by Yida, Zimmerman, and Keith. And they've added a couple here. Hit to third. They tagged the runner. They were going to go to first with it, but the runner was running right to the third baseman, right into the third baseman's lap. So St. Mary's will bat in the bottom of the 7th, and they need a monster of an inning to get back in this one. Austin Prep adds 2 more. Eight hits for Austin Prep, 6 of them extra bases. Jake Zambly, who was the third baseman, is going to pitch in the 7th. So Lugo finishes his day, goes 16 strikeouts, only 3 base runners. He hit a batter and gave up 2 base hits. The 2 base hits were a single and a double in the 4th for the 1 run. He gave up 1 run earned. 16 strikeouts. 3 base runners for St. Mary's. Jack Marks is going to hit for Giardina, leading off the bottom of the 7th inning. So it'll be Jack Marks leading off.
Leading off the St. Mary's at the bottom of the 7th, number 5, Jack Mox.
Giardina had struck out and doubled in the 1 run. He hit a solid shot to left field. after Fisher had singled and gone to second on a pass ball. Hit foul up in the screen. High for a ball. So Lightning would have to strike here for Austin Prep not to go to 3-0. Hit foul past third base. And St. Mary's will go to 2-1. Up and away for a ball. Swing and a miss. He gets him. Justin Jennings is the hitter. As Derek Dana going deep to his bench. Tried to hold up and couldn't. I think it was in for a strike anyway. On the inside corner, he backed him off, but he caught the inside corner. Quickly 0-2. Waves for strike 3. So St. Mary's, 1 out left.
Number 17, Gabe Diaz.
Gabe Diaz will be the hitter. I'm looking at this. The field looks perfect. It could use some work, of course, but there's one patch out in right center field and one little patch out in right field. If they fix it, it would look like maybe a little dirt showing out in the outfield. That's the only place where there's grass. The infield and in foul territory from behind first base all the way around to behind third base is all turf. The only dirt out there is on the mound. Reaches and just gets a tap. And that's strike 3, so they strike out the side. 5 innings. Austin Prep pitchers struck out the side. 19 strikeouts for Austin Prep pitchers, 16 of them by Bluebow. And Austin Prep will go to 3-0 as they win over St. Mary's by a score of 8-1. Austin Prep got a run in the 3rd inning after a walk. Chatelli got his first of 3 triples, knocking in the run, made it 1-0. They exploded in the 4th, sending 9 to the plate. A hit batsman, a sacrifice, and then double, single, walk. And after a strikeout, a big 2-out triple again by Chatelli, knocking in 2. They put 5 on the board and put the game away, making it 6-0 at the time. In the bottom of the 4th, Zach Fisher was the first one to put the ball in play for St. Mary's. He lined the first pitch in the center field for a base hit, went to second on a pass ball, scored on Giardina's double, and that was the last base. Giardina was the last base runner. 11 straight retired by Austin Prep pitching after that double by Giardina. Most of them by strikeouts. He struck out the side, St. Mary's, 5 of the 7 innings. Austin Prep added 2 more in the 7th. It was Chatelli again leading off with a triple. He scored on the sacrifice fly. Waltz got a double, scored on Yitter Zimmons' single for 2 more runs to make it 8-1, and that was it. So for St. Mary's, Fisher got a base hit and scored a run. Giardina got a double, knocking in a run, and that was it for the Spartans. Velasco was the only other base runner reaching on a hit batsman. For Austin Prep, Chatelli had 3 triples, knocked in 3, and they got a big production by their 8th and 9th hitters. Yitter Zimmons had a double, knocked in a run, scored a run. Josh Keith had a double, knocked in a run, scored a run. And Yitter Zimmons got another base hit, knocking in a run in the 7th inning. Those were the big hitters for Austin Prep doing all the damage. As Austin Prep puts 8 on the board, most of them in a big 5-run 4th inning. And they hand St. Mary's their first loss of the season. St. Mary's will drop to 2-1. Austin Prep stays perfect at 3-0. Austin Prep 8, St. Mary's 1. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.